10 Reasons Why Show special. I am Scott Tommaso, and this here is
Chad Tommaso.
We're coming to you from lovely Los Angeles, California.
Beautiful.
Well, it's a little cloudy today.
I was being facetious.
But today, because of the popularity of one of our big lists, which was top 10 plane action movies of all time,
Yes.
we're gonna do another one.
Not a plain one.
No, not a plane one.
We're gonna keep it grounded on this one. We're gonna go with the best car action scene movies ever made. Ever.
So it's not action movies or action car movies.
It seems like we had this problem the last time, but I'm telling you, action scenes, that's what they want to see. If I'm a car fan, I want to see great car action. And these are the movies that you need to go see in order to get the feel for the intensity and the awesomeness of these scenes.
So here's what we've got. I've got 5.
I've got 5.
So we've got 10 total. At the end of this, I want people to vote on who has the better list.
It'll be mine, of course.
I don't think so. All right, let's just get to the list.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna start first because I think I'm better than you. So, number 1.
Are these in any order?
No, they're not in any order.
all right.
All right. Well, in 1981, I was just a small lad. There was a fantastic movie that came out called Mad Max 2. And of course, we all know who was in it, right? Mel Gibson, doing what Mel Gibson does best, and that's being vengeful, hateful, and being behind a wheel. He brought it in this movie, and there was so much action in this, they had to make like 2 more Mad Max movies.
And they're making another one, I heard.
Well, it's got to be a reboot, right? You can't bring back Mel.
You can't bring Mel back. He'll probably have a little cameo.
He might, actually. I would kind of like that.
Well, I'm going to go with that's not one of my favorite movies, but it does have a lot of interesting facts about it.
I don't know what that means.
All right, so back in 1994, you remembered this.
1994, I remember where I was.
Speed. Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
You remember all
I
that.
remember. It was a good movie.
Stay on or get off.
Get off.
What's really funny is there was a lot of people up for this role, like both of the roles.
I had no idea.
Everybody in Hollywood was up for this Annie role that Sandra Bullock ended up getting, which is the one that really kind of put her on the map.
She had a big part, yes.
And Keanu Reeves was almost played by Jeff Bridges.
I'm the dude, so that's what you call me.
Dear, which would have been really interesting. However, regardless of all of that, this still has one of the best sequences in there where they jump a bus over basically an unconstructed interstate.
Speed.
I do remember that, and I remember thinking, who in the world would allow anybody to come close to this overpass that is unconstructed?
Speed would.
Fantastic. My next one is one that it's one of my favorites of all time action-wise. It is Matrix Reloaded, and it was
Not really a car movie.
we already discussed what that was about. So in this movie, I'm sure a lot of our viewers probably have seen it, but in 2003, Matrix Reloaded came out, and they had this incredible highway scene. Never mind all the machine guns, never mind all of the crazy explosions that are going on around you, never mind the freaky twins that would disappear, then reappear in your car and have one of the best hand-to-hand combat scenes during the car chase scene. Never mind all of that.
Hold on. I'm forgetting all that. Go ahead.
So the producers who put all this together knew this was going to be the scene in the movie, and they built their own freaking highway. Their own freaking highway, because they knew they were going to rip shit up.
All right, I'll let you have that one. I'm gonna get 2 points for this one.
All right, well, let's see.
The Cannonball Run. That's 2 points. That's at least 2 points. That's like a tray.
That's true.
That's a basketball.
That was like a big giant play set for the kid in all of us.
Well, and here's the other thing. In 1981, there wasn't really such a thing as CGI. So everything was cars. And this thing, if you've ever seen Cannonball, or if you've never seen the Cannonball Run,
and I have.
It's basically everybody who was the who's who in Hollywood at the time.
That's right. They
was
had
in
a
this
bunch
film.
of A-listers.
Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Roger Moore, who was
Roger freaking
James Bond at
Moore.
the time.
Yep.
Farrah Fawcett.
You must be a sensitive person. I bet you're a fan of Rod McEwen's.
I try to be.
So this is a movie that was just, it was candy, basically, for car lovers everywhere. It's a race that's actually based on an actual event. I don't know if you knew that.
Wait a minute. Before the movie was made or after the movie?
This was something that was actually happening.
I
It
did
was
not
in
know that.
protest of the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit at the time. So they had these races all the time to go across country.
I did not know that.
And probably has some of the best blooper reels you're ever going to see.
Because if I had enough time, I would take those rosary bleeds and stuff them up your nose.
These bleeds?
Those bleeds, yeah.
You gonna take these and shove them up?
I'd take these bleeds here.
This is my number 3.
It's not number 3, I guess. It's your third.
This is my third one. Yeah,
Got it.
not my
All
number
right,
3, but
go
my
for
third
it.
one. Days of Thunder, released in 1990. Tom Cruise did to race cars what he did to jet fighters and made racing freaking cool. Now, they had a lot of really good choreographed racing scenes in there.
Yes.
As you can imagine, it's a NASCAR film.
And a choreographed relationship that came out of that.
Yeah, talk about a car wreck. Actually, one of the gems out of this movie was when Cole Trickle, played by Tom Cruise, and I think it was Rowdy Burns.
I'm stuck on Cold Trickle.
Rowdy Burns?
Is that a real...
Those two were the two that were driving against each other, and they hated each other but drove each other, right?
Right.
They had to get a rental car to go to a meeting that they were late for, and then of course they pulled over to the side and they said, hey, this isn't gonna work because I want to drive and you want to drive. They see the rental car place right down the street, they both get their rental cars and they smash the crap out of each other going to this meeting.
That's great.
It was awesome.
That was a great scene. That's
was.
great.
It was.
Actually, the movie itself was pretty good.
And this will satisfy you because it's a car movie, right?
That's right. Is it a NASCAR?
Yes. NASCAR. Days of Thunder.
That's still kind of boring to me, but so my third movie that I have
Third movie.
is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
My Little Pony Goes to London.
No, The Blues Brothers.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies.
One of the best car. Matter of fact, this might even be like a car. Can you consider this a car movie?
It is. Well, I
Slightly.
mean, I don't know what that means exactly, but yes, the car was.
Plays a major role.
The car was
in the
character in and of itself. Yes.
So this was directed by John Landis. This is back in 1980. I was not even born yet.
But I was. Well, how did that happen?
And one of my favorite scenes was Dan Aykroyd says to John Belushi, he goes, "You want out of this parking lot?" Okay. Tears through them all.
Right through the Toys R Us. That was, bam. That was the moment you realized that this was a big budget movie because they smashed the crap out of everything.
Just seriously one of the best movies I've ever seen.
It was very
And it has Carrie Fisher in it.
I was just gonna say that, and she was hot.
She looked great.
She was hot. Oh my God, she was hot.
I gotta excuse myself for a second.
Put that away.
Score one for Scott.
No.
This is your fourth video.
My fourth video.
I don't know why I keep saying
This is my fourth movie. And you're gonna have to dust off your VCR tapes and find this one and put it in your VCR and hit play and go directly to the part of this movie that has a truck, a pickup truck. We all love pickup trucks. Going through an upside down house on a highway, avoiding other things such as cows,
I know what this is.
explosive things. What am I talking about?
This is Twister.
Freaking Twister. I don't care.
Car movie.
It's got Bill Paxton in it. I mean,
Yeah.
I love it.
And Helen Hunt.
Helen Hunt. Well, they drove through a freaking house. It's not
listen.
a man chasing a man in a car. It's a man getting chased by Mother Nature.
I get it's a great scene.
It is a fantastic scene.
You're not gonna get any points for that.
That is a great scene, and
It's a good scene.
I know, that's what I'm talking about. That is a great car scene. It is driving through crap that you should not be driving through.
Where's the rules? I gotta look at the rule book.
We established the rules already.
Where's the rule book? I guarantee you, I win this thing with this next one.
Well, that's
Guarantee
bold words. Let's hear it.
Fast Five, or as I like to call it, Dwayne Trains and Automobiles.
Wah, wah, wah. There's a lot of good scenes in it, I'll admit.
Dwayne looks like a train. He bulked up so much in this, I thought he was going to explode. So there's a lot of things going on with this movie. It was actually kind of coming up from the wreck that was Tokyo Drift. So then they brought the original cast back for the fourth one, did much better, but nothing compares to Fast Five, which really reinvigorated this series. Because when Dwayne came in, they more than doubled it. I think it made like almost $700 million worldwide.
Yeah, he is a franchise saver, really. You put him in your movie's going to be popular.
But all that aside, it's not just a money thing. It's that these are some of the best car action scenes that you're going to see on film.
Oh, and they've got great cars too.
And great cars, great stunts. I think there's one, actually the one that I'm sure everybody remembers the most is when they drive the car off the cliff and they're basically free falling next to the car, which was actually pretty nicely done.
They were doing their own stunts,
I don't believe that. I don't believe they jumped off a cliff. But that's a good one.
All right, so you thought that one was going to bring it home. This one's going to bring it home for me. Smokey and the Bandit, which was released in 1977. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. You can't deny it.
No, I love that movie.
All right.
I love that movie.
Because this is the movie that made you want to go out and get, what? Hot Wheels. If you were young like me, you wanted...
I wasn't even born yet.
Again, how did that happen? You wanted a Trans Am, you wanted a semi-truck, and you wanted cop cars.
I still want a Trans Am.
Well, yeah, you want a real one now, right? Not Hot Wheels.
Well, right.
Right.
Maybe a Hot Wheel.
But I mean, you were choreographing
I can afford a Hot Wheel.
all those. You were choreographing all those chases with your Hot Wheels because it was so freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, and it had a great cast. It had Burt Reynolds shows up again. Man, I just realized he's just kind of synonymous with car movies.
He is.
But Burt Reynolds was in it. Sally Fields was in it. Jackie Gleason, who was Buford T. Justice.
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
Jerry Reed.
Yeah.
Right? That was Cletus. And of course the whole premises was, you had the Trans Am kind of running interference, getting all the policemen out of the way so the semi-truck could book it to the county line. I think they were delivering beer. I think that's what it was
Bound and down.
Eastbound and Down. That started it all for car action scenes, action movies. That was the bomb.
So this is my last one.
This is your last.
Probably should have maybe started with this one.
Oh, so you're gonna end with a dud?
No, I'm not ending with a dud because this is a car movie, and it's the only car movie, from what I understand, that kills people on purpose without a driver in it. Sometimes.
Oh, okay, I know where you're going with this.
It's indestructible. You can destroy it. It just bends back into shape.
Yep.
So
that is true.
It's my kind of car. The car
is it? It kills people?
Except for the killing part. But the one that never dies, that's the kind of car I want. And it's Christine, of course. If you haven't figured it out, we're talking about Christine.
Yeah, that
John Carpenter, based on Stephen King's
That's
novel.
right. Yep.
The car that I believe it was haunted by a guy who died in that car. At any rate, I think it's the only horror film / car killing
That is true.
movie out there.
I can't think.
Can't really go wrong with that one.
No, I suppose not. It didn't have a really.
And it had some chases.
I was just gonna say,
Ran down some people.
Yeah. I mean,
Really? You're gonna give me Matrix Reloaded?
freaking yeah, man.
That's not a car movie.
You're
gonna give me grief for Christine?
You put Christine's action scenes against Matrix Reloaded.
You put Twister in there.
Reloaded wins. The Twister would kick Christine's ass in car action.
Tornado. couldn't even kill Christine, first of all.
No, but it would toss her 3 states away.
Wouldn't matter. She'd come back for more.
We'll be waiting.
And she would honk.
She would honk?
That's what I'm ending with right there.
There you go, ending on top.
All right, that's our list. That's our top 10 car action movies of all time.
All time.
Mine are actually car movies.
Mine are better.
I want you guys to vote on whose list is better, or if there's a movie that you thought should have been on the list, either one. Let us know if we've left anything off. Don't say Bullet. I left Bullet off on purpose because that's too easy. Like, it's too easy.
Like Fast 5.
No, but that's at least, current.
Hey, whatever you say.
No one's gonna even know what Bullet is. I love Bullet.
But why'd you leave it off?
It's too easy. That's probably the best action car movie.
That's a good
It's the one
one.
that kind of started.
That's a good one.
that
It's
whole
got
thing.
Steve McQueen in it.
Can't go wrong.
Honorable mention.
Let us know what you think. Come to 10reasonswhyshow.com to look at other videos such as sports, video games, tech, aliens, UFOs, you name it, we've got it. Come check us out and leave us comments. Leave us comments. Vote for me.
No, don't vote for him. Why would you call the car Christine if there was a guy that died in it?
Did you name your car?
What? Well,
Do you name your cars?
they name him. Well, you name him after a girl.
Right.
Yeah.
So just because a dude died in it, you're gonna name
Yeah, but,
it
I
after
mean,
a
that's-
girl.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to check the record book on that.
Let's go to the clip.
Do you know if it was a guy?
I saw it. I think it's a guy. Pretty sure. It said a guy died in it, from what I understand.
Oh, all right. Yeah.